What up, world? Welcome back. Time for that rise and grind, people. See, over on Facebook, they were having a tremendously terrific Thursday. What are we having over here, huh? Might not be Thursday while you're watching. But anyway, have a tantalizing Thursday. There we go. That is something juicy for you. I am Dwayne Langham. This is the Ave, Yolo Ave, the road least traveled. And you just tuned in for another live YouTube broadcast. So you saw the title, Flame Control is Game Control. All right, okay, what we talking about? So I'm having a conversation with a client of mine, and she's giving me a recap. By the way, this is a very powerful person. I completely respect. I see her as like a carbon copy version of myself. Utmost respect. She's telling me about this program she just ran, and she's frustrated. You know, my gift is a listener, right? I listen for what's missing. I listen for what's not there. I listen for what's important. I just listen to the energy and everything involved in it. So she gives me a recap of what happens, and in my listening, I hear her frustrated. But I'm listening to what she's sharing, and I don't really hear anything to be frustrated about. She shares the things that she didn't like, the things that didn't go according to plan, the obstacles that were in her face, the adversity, how things weren't working. But in the end, ultimately, there was nothing but good marks. So I asked, how does this occur for you? Like, how did the whole thing go? Give me like a snapshot of the whole experience. Frustrating. I said, yep, that's what I'm hearing. Why is that? Well, let's look at it. So from what you're telling me, you had this, and this to overcome. Nothing was working. We say Murphy's Law, things were just falling apart. Anything that could go wrong goes wrong. But she overcame. Still made it happen. She just had to do some things. The circumstances weren't ideal. The participants weren't engaged, involved, What I'm detecting is that there's a lot of identity. I do things this way. When I'm around, it goes down like this. This is how it needs to look, or it's just not right. It's just not me. And I reflect that back to her. I say, so wait a minute. You came up against this, and this. This was broken. This was out of place. This person wasn't on time. This wasn't here. Your tools weren't there. Resources not in order. And you know what? You did it anyway. You compensated for it and made it happen anyway. The people in the program, they may not have been raving fans, signing up for signing up to work with you the rest of your life. But you can see and gauge where they started, and at the end, they made some progress. You had an impact. Oh, and all your peers, colleagues, upline, whoever, signed off and approved, said you did a good job? Wait a minute. If I hear it right, it sounds like you whooped some, he's out there kicking ass and taking names. You came out like a beast. And not only that, the thing that had you frustrated the most is where it didn't go the way you wanted. You're like, all right, now I'm going to master this. So the next time I got this. It's sealed down on lock. Never going to happen again. Like, this is the type of person that she is. And I'm like, you even found the room for improvement, fam. And you're left frustrated. How many times do we do that in life? Have an experience, something happens, and immediately, we tell ourselves how it went. We tell ourselves, we get fixated on the one thing that bothers us. You walk into the kitchen, you're about to go make yourself an apple pie, and somebody's got some barbecue sauce out on the counter. Now you can go in there and all the tools are there. You can get everything you need to make that apple pie, but if you are so bothered by that barbecue sauce, man, I went in this kitchen, you won't believe what I saw. KFC Masterpiece on my counter? Fam, we making apple pie. I'm over here making the crust and you got this barbecue sauce out? What? Now, it sounds silly, but that's literally how we go through in life. You can have an experience go miraculous. You can get all the feedback in the world, but up here, your frame of mind, how you look at the situation is what's all in control. That's why having a coach, having somebody to keep you accountable, having support, having other people, other soundboards to voice off, because sometimes it's hard to pivot. Sometimes you can't just have that snap, it's come to you, because guess what? Here's what I always tell my clients. Your feelings are real. You feel upset, you feel frustrated, you feel hurt. Those are real emotions. I never take that away. You are actually experiencing that. Now the question, the thing to inquire, the thing to really look at, did that really happen? Is it based on facts? Your feelings is real. Don't doubt it. But what are your feelings based on? Are they in fact or fiction? Did this really happen that way? Was it really just a debacle? Was everything really just horrible? Or did you do a fucking awesome job? Pardon me. I'm excited, people. Did you do an awesome job and the thing that bothered you is the thing that stands out? See, that can be the difference. That frame of mind, how you frame the world. It can be anything. It can be a relationship. Your spouse, your partner, boyfriend, girlfriend. It can be with your children. You may be looking at it one way. I want this outcome. That's mostly what it's about, a desired outcome. And when you get into that, that's where you're steering the conversation, you're steering the interaction, you're attached to how it looks. We don't control all that. Our humanity, we go along with what's there. Just put up a video on Facebook about aligning what's surrounding your life. But my point is, when you utilize frame control, you control the games that you play. You control your life if it's a game. You make a game out of it. So, how do you do that? Well, one, you got to take a step back. I'm going to give you a tool. This is kind of like, well, it's not kind of like, this is NLP, Neuro-Linguistic Programming. Your mind is a computer. You can program it. How do you think Tony Robbins can get a whole room full of people excited, anxious? It's all your state. It's all programmed. It's all what you choose to put in. But we get blocked by the emotions, so we don't just go with it. So, third-party perspective. Imagine yourself sitting in the theater, and you're watching on the screen the movie of your life. So now take an event. Could have been something traumatic, could have been something happy, could have been whatever. Now imagine yourself in a movie theater watching that event. You should notice the emotion subside. You should notice a difference in the impact. It doesn't feel, your heart doesn't start racing when that dog comes over the fence. You get what I mean? Because you're detached from it. Now take it one step further, go another step back, and now see yourself in the projector room, watching over the shoulder of yourself, watching that video. See, the more and more you detach from it, the more and more you frame it, it allows you to get insights from a different perspective. This is the benefit of having a mastermind, the benefit of having a group of people to share with, benefit of having a coach, all those good things. So that's one way to do it. When you take yourself out of it, when the emotion, remember, because the emotion, the feelings feel so real, where you can get out of that and really analyze, did they say that? Did that really happen? Did it really go that way, or was that your perspective? Because everybody is going to have a different view of the same situation. You feel me? So, in that, once you get to that level, then it's easy to put a new frame on it. And mind you, this is a double-edged sword, but you got to get it how powerful it is, right? Have you ever seen that guy who just has no clue that, you know, they're in their own world, for better or for worse? They just feel like swagged up. They are the ish, no matter what. You can be looking at them like, that clown. You got on them bright baby blue shoes? You walking around like that? Is that what you said? Just, you know, they can make a comment, say something embarrassing, stupid, goofy, whatever, and it rolls right off of it. It means nothing. In their mind, they're even still the ish. Yeah, you know, you like it. Yeah, that joke was funny. Nobody else was laughing. But because of that frame of mind, I'm the guy. I got it together. Everybody loves my jokes. My ish don't stink. Like, that whole frame of mind keeps that person in that positive mindset. So what's the difference? What's the reality? It's all frame. Don't get me wrong. It's not to say that it makes it truth because you put that story, that frame around it, but how much more powerful can you be in that space? You may be horrible at telling jokes, but if you have it that you're one of the funniest people in the world, that Kevin Hart, Jamie Foxx ain't got nothing on me, well then you're going to go through telling jokes, laughing, having a great time. If you think that you failed, crashed and burned, it was a horrible debacle, and yet you got praise, and yet your people, you know, learned something new. It was really a success. Nothing but standing ovations, and you had room for improvement that you picked out to move on to. It's all frame of mind. But I just want to drop that thought as an opportunity. When do you want to get control of your life? When do you want to get control of your game? When do you want to be the one calling the shots to say whether it was a go or no go? Whether your ish don't stink? Well, today is the best day of your life. See, that's a frame. I'm giving you one every single video. Today's the best day of your life. First day to the rest of your life. Who cares about what happened in the past? Who cares how you felt when you woke up? Who cares what happened when you bumped your toe when you got out of bed? Who cares if you're late, your alarm didn't go off? Whatever. It's all frame control. Nothing's going to happen. You're still here. Anyway, go out there and be powerful, people. I'll be right here on the app. Wishing you the best and only success. Like, share, subscribe, hop on over to Facebook. Check out the videos. Peace.